Well, welcome to another day, baby. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to trim the beard, and the guard was a little bit shorter than expected. Wow. I lost some age there. It wasn't supposed to be this short. It was supposed to be barely trimmed. But frick this. All right. For everybody who was not here yesterday, are you kidding me? For everybody who was not here yesterday, where am I at here? There we go. Well, everybody was not here yesterday. We started on Audrey's, I don't know how to say her last name, I'm sorry, her testimony. And we basically kind of threw it in at the end because the Call Moni Gibb turned into Optimus Prime, turned into something else. So today is technically almost New Year's, and yeah, we're ready to go. So we're gonna keep going. We got a lot to get through today. You guys were mad at me yesterday, but if you missed it yesterday and you're hopping in the stream today, you're gonna miss a little bit of context because we listened to the prosecution yesterday and today is the defense. So we're getting into that, and we're gonna finish this video, and then from now on we'll try to separate stuff like this, but let's get to it.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Whoa.
All right, Mr. Bailiff, we could have the jurors brought in, please.
Kelsey keeps saying, "Why weepest thou?" to me, like every day. She just texts me and goes, "Why weepest thou? Thou not weeping." All right, this is hard when it's audio, man.
Time.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, it's so hard when it's audio like this. But it's nice because I can just really read your guys' chats the entire time. So yeah.
Okay, before we get
the thumbnail is I'm pretty surprised because you guys suggested this video. We missed this when it came to Lori's trial, and basically so Audrey was in their group at one point, and she's already testified to a few times she had to be a part of the castings or praying against all this stuff. And she was very uncomfortable, and she's the only one that's really cried and shown any kind of empathy or like she's you can tell she's genuinely shaken by all of this stuff. But yeah, this is Lori's. I don't want to get into the logistics, but for you to not film Lori's and then film Chad's, maybe the rules changed. I don't know what the point was, but yeah, they didn't film this. So
started with testimony, let me just inquire of the witness now that you've been sworn. Ms. Barratarrio, have you in any way heard or read any of the trial testimony in this case?
No.
Okay. As you make your responses to any questions here as you testify, please talk right into that microphone. Please make verbal responses to any questions so we keep a clear record and avoid speaking at the same time as any of the attorneys questioning you. With that in mind then, Ms. Rawlings, if you'd like to inquire, you may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
My name is Audrey Barratarrio, Audrey Barrattitiero.
And what city and state do you reside in?
Gallatin, Missouri.
Okay. Have you heard the name Lori Vallow?
Yes,
How do you know Lori Vallow?
she was a friend.
And how did you first meet her?
I attended a conference, the end of a conference in November 2018,
This is
and
not where we were. I'm confused. 40 minutes in, and it's
Her home was her
So that conference, I think you said, was approximately when?
November.
Can you expound a little bit more on that vibe? Or February, would that have been the February of the next year?
Yes, 2019.
Okay. And when you talked with Chad, how were you talking with Chad?
guys. Am I tripping or what? Why is it sound like she's being brought in by the prosecution when we just heard this yesterday? I'm just confused. Let me know. I know, because it's at 45 minutes. Oh, you guys can't see that. Look, I'll drag it up for you to see real quick. Yeah, you can't see it. Never mind. So what's weird is it's showing me this is weird. It's showing at 45 minutes, but it just sounds like it's exactly the same. I don't know why it's doing that. We're going to skip to the cross anyway. That's where
And you were continuing.
They didn't have anything else to do, and then that needed to be taken out.
Okay.
No, this is
At that time, I'd never heard it before. It was even further.
Even further.
Okay, so it just repeated itself. Sorry, guys. That was very confusing for me. It's
You-
literally...
Sunday that week.
Okay. And
Atlantic. Still Latter-day Saints.
Oh, this is going to be a really
Yeah,
short
they
video.
were like fictional accounts of like people who would be like living fictional type.
And did Chad tell you, yes, they're fictional book
gotta go back.
conferences, or
Your Honor, may I
Sorry,
have this
guys.
one
This is a
moment?
mess.
Yes.
Your Honor, I don't have any questions at this time.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rawlings.
Thank you.
Who will be conducting cross?
All right, here we are, guys. Okay, so just so we know, yesterday, basically, Audrey had been in Hawaii with Lori. Sounded like they went to Missouri together. They were on trips, and Lori had kind of supposedly, by her account, had her forcibly, basically Lori was having Audrey participate in castings, in a sense of sending knives and fire at Charles and just insane stuff. And then when they're in Hawaii, Melanie Pulowski stayed back and stayed in Hawaii when Lori left and went back to Idaho. back to Idaho. And Audrey stayed with Melanie as a friend. So Audrey does sound like she's just trying to be a friend to people. I do want to say that sometimes I think people can be susceptible and a little gullible, but you have to know, this is why we talk about this stuff. You have to know when there's enough red flags to get this going. You have to know, hey, this is wrong. This is not in my belief system, which sounded like she did. So right now we're at cross for Audrey.
All right, Mr. Archibald.
And this is Lori's trial, by the way. I know we skipped around, but Chrissy, I've never met her or heard of her until you guys started bringing her name up. I've never seen her. Didn't even know she was in their group. Crazy.
good morning.
Good morning.
So if I take this right, you spent time with Lori and Chad in 5 different states: Utah, Arizona, Missouri, Hawaii, and Idaho. Is that right?
Yes.
And you met them through conferences or religious seminars. Is that right?
Yes.
And what religion are you?
A member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And what were these conferences that you were going to?
They were about like scriptures and about last days events, and
And how old are you?
I'm 34.
Are you single or married?
Younger.
I'm single.
And what do you do for a living?
I work remotely for customer service.
Okay.
So if this was in 23 and they did it in 22, that's crazy. So she's definitely the youngest person in the group that I know of. But apparently she's part of the group. I didn't even know that. Never heard of her.
And so you'd go to these seminars to, were they called Preparing a People seminars? Mm-hmm. Is that a yes?
Yes.
And preparing a people for what?
For like the millennium talked about in scriptures.
Or the end of the world?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the end of the world seminars was something that you were interested in?
I was interested in learning about that subject.
And is that when you were introduced to Chad Daybell and started to buy his books?
Yes.
And these books that you bought from him, were they about the end of the world?
Yeah, they were like fictional accounts of like people who would be like living fictional type.
And did Chad tell you, yes, they're fictional books, but they're actually true?
He said they were fictional, but that they were based on some of the ideas in them were based on spiritual experiences or impressions that he or other people had had.
And Chad had talked to you about his near-death experiences. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
And that he had been to the other side, had seen that, and now he's back here writing books about it. Is that what he had told you?
I don't know if he wrote a book about his near-death experience, but he was writing books.
Okay.
So hold on. I guess I always knew this, but didn't connect it like this. So Chad wrote his experience, right, at some point about what he went through, but then he was just writing fiction that whole time. So Lori and all these people were reading religious fiction. Like just completely made up stories. I didn't know that. I don't know why it didn't click like that.
And the end of the world, is that something that's going to be happy or sad?
Well, the scriptures talk about it being both.
Okay. And so preparing a people is about preparing for a happy event or a terrible event?
What?
A happy event.
Dog. Okay, yeah, so contextually, if the end of the world came biblically, like the way the Bible explains the end of the world, would be most people probably dying, and then certain people making it through to certain points, and then at some point Jesus coming back, and then there's 1,000 years, and then it finally fully ends. And so it would not be a very happy time in overall. Let's just put it that way. Unless you like the Antichrist, then you're gonna have a good time.
So what's the point? Why do you need to prepare for a happy event?
Objection, relevance, and argumentative.
Overruled.
Go ahead.
Oh, what was the question?
What's the point of preparing to be happy when Jesus comes again?
Do you prepare for a birthday party? Do you prepare to go to work? Do you prepare to go on a date? What does that even mean? I can't follow that question. It must have been written by Lori herself.
The point of that?
To be with God and to be with your family and to live among people who want to be with God.
Okay. So what do you need to do to prepare for a happy event?
Be living the commandments and the gospel, doing the best you can.
Okay. So that's the point of these seminars or conferences that you would go to, is how to be happy if Jesus comes again. Is that
Yes.
right? All right. And so spending time with Chad and Lori, did you also meet Alex Cox?
I met him once at the end of the friendship.
And where did you meet Alex?
In Idaho.
Did you ever meet him in Utah?
I know you guys probably get confused. The hat I got from the Country Hall of Fame in Nashville. It says Nash and it is upside down and all flipped over. You can see my shirt reads normal, but my hat is actually like that. Just so you guys know, so you're not confused.
No.
In Arizona?
No.
In Missouri?
No.
In Hawaii?
No.
Okay. Did you ever meet Charles Vallow?
Once.
And what did you think of him?
It was for a few minutes and he seemed nice or pleasant at that time.
Do you remember when that was?
November 2018.
He looked to you like anyone who had a demon or possessed, anything like that?
No, not when I met him.
And so when you did this first prayer group or casting in Utah, I think that was, you said, somewhere in 2019?
Yes.
And so and you had read in the scriptures about castings or getting rid of demons or evil spirits. You'd read about that in the Bible?
Not particularly, but yes, it's in the Bible.
Yeah. Doesn't Jesus cast out evil spirits?
Yes.
So that's in the New Testament?
Yes.
And so you were familiar with that concept of Jesus casting out evil spirits, right?
Yes.
So in these prayer groups, when you and your friends were saying, let's cast out an evil spirit, you had never been part of a prayer circle that had done that.
No.
And was it unusual to you?
It was very sudden and unusual, yes.
Okay.
And when did Jesus make a circle and everybody holds hands and send fire and knives towards the demon-possessed person? Show me that verse.
Because you weren't like Jesus in the New Testament. He'd see an evil spirit and he'd cast it out. And that's what you were familiar with, right?
Yes.
So in this situation, some ladies were meeting in a hotel room and asking Jesus to cast out an evil spirit somewhere else, right?
I don't know that they were asking Jesus to.
Who are you praying to?
Your Honor, I'm going to object.
What?
This is misstating the witness's testimony.
I'll overrule that. I think it goes directly into what
yeah,
direct
objective.
testimony discussed. So.
Who are you praying to?
Who are you praying to if
In
it
the
wasn't
circle?
Jesus?
When, at that other time when I said a prayer, I said a prayer. The method that they were using didn't seem like a prayer.
Okay. So were they calling upon Father in heaven?
No.
Were they calling upon the devil?
Not specifically, but the words that were used were like aggressive things.
And so this is your very first time that you spent with these ladies in a hotel room in Utah in 2019, and Charles Vallow was still alive, right?
Yes.
And they're saying things, and you don't think it sounds like prayers to Jesus. You think it sounds like something else.
I didn't know what it was, but it wasn't like a prayer, like...
And so were you worried for Charles Vallow at that time?
I didn't know what to think.
Did you call the police?
No.
So did you call church headquarters?
No.
So you just thought, these are ladies, they're being kind of weird? Is that what you thought? Is that a yes?
Yes.
And so if you thought they were a bunch of weirdos, then you'd never want to hang out with them again, right?
Yes, but I thought it was just, I didn't know what to think of it, and that I didn't know about it, and it wasn't my thing personally.
So did you say, hey ladies, this is stupid, let's not do this?
No, I just removed myself. I left right after.
But yet you kept getting together with these ladies, right?
No,
So it's her
I did not
fault,
know.
even though she was uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, I understand what he's trying to say because he's just being a, but it's not, it was all weird.
Zulema and Melanie Gibb very well.
So you met them after this, first time you met them again in Arizona, right?
Yes, but I was not in communication with them.
And your communication was mostly with Chad, right?
Yes.
So Chad was the source of all of your information about castings, about evil spirits. Is that right?
I first remember hearing about zombies and that languaging from Lori.
And where did Lori say she got it from? Chad, right?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember one for sure.
Okay. And so these spiritual experiences that their spiritual talks you were having with Chad, did you ever at any time think he's a weirdo. He's leading me astray.
At the end of the friendship, there was questions in my mind.
So at the end of the friendship, you're talking about November of 2019.
October.
October of 2019.
Yes.
So in the summer of 2019, you were still a fan of his, a follower. Is that fair to say?
I thought that he had information and was doing good things, yes, at that time.
You went to his seminars, you went to his conferences, you bought his books, you've messaged him on Facebook, you called him on the telephone, and you texted.
Not Maria saying his voice sounds like a 50s radio show.
With him, right?
He contacted me on Facebook, but yes, the rest.
So you thought, this is some spiritual leader, I need to follow him. Is that right?
At that time, I thought that he was someone who could help understand.
And because you were following him, is it safe to say that other ladies wanted to follow him too?
That could be the case.
Like Lori Ballo,
Yes.
like Melanie Gibb,
Yes.
like Zulema Pastinas.
Yes.
So when Chad told you about prior probations and prior lives, what did you think of that doctrine?
I wondered if there could be something to it.
And he said that he had been Methuselah. Is that right?
Yes.
And who is that?
He lived in the Old Testament and was a prophet.
So Chad Daybell told you, in a prior life of mine, I was a prophet named Methuselah in the Old Testament. He told you that.
Yes.
And you believed him.
Yes.
And in another prior life, Chad Daybell told you, I was an apostle of Jesus Christ. He told you that.
Yes.
And you believed him.
Yes.
So that's 2 prior lives. Did he tell you how many prior lives he had?
I don't remember how many he said.
Multiple.
Yes.
Many. Is that right?
Multiple
Yes.
and many.
Over
The same thing.
thousands of years.
Yes.
Over millions of years.
Yes.
Over billions of years.
I don't know.
Long time. That he was regenerating as all these.
Regenerating. The regenerator. Chad the regenerator. So stupid, bro. Once someone told you that one time, you should have been like, all right, I'm out. Thank you. None of this is making sense to me. I got to go.
Great people. Right?
Yes.
Did he ever say, yeah, one of my prior lives, I was a loser in the 1700s? Ever say anything like that?
No.
Yeah. All of his prior lives, he was someone great, someone cool, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Doesn't your client believe all of this? Doesn't your client share in all of it and believed him? You're kind of roasting her right now.
and he told you that his name was James, and he was a friend of Jesus, right?
Yes.
Was he the brother of Jesus named James, or a friend?
I think it was the brother.
Okay. And that Lori had been, in one of her prior lives, she had been Elena, and she had been married to James in a prior life. Is that right?
Yes.
And Chad and Lori, in their prior life, Chad told you that they were friends with Jesus and walked in Palestine with Jesus. Is that
Yes.
right? And Chad Daybell told you that you were married to Jesus.
Objection, Your Honor, relevance beyond the scope.
Overruled.
Yes, he did.
And so what was your name being married to Jesus?
He said Joanna.
Joanna? So when Chad Daybell told you that in a previous life your name was Joanna and you had been married to Jesus.
Okay. Come on, bro. Come on now. Chad told you that you were married to Jesus in a prior life? That's a tough pill to swallow. Oh man. It's one thing to make up completely like random people's spouses, but it's pretty clear biblically that Jesus never got married. Ever. So, okay. I don't know what to say about that.
What did you think of that?
At the time, I thought it could be true because I trusted him.
You thought it could be true because it sounded cool, huh? Is that a yes?
Yes.
It sounded amazing, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty cool, being married to Jesus. You thought that was pretty cool, right?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
So, in your thought process, were you thinking, this Chad Daybell guy is correct. He's really predicting the past. He can probably predict the future, too. Is that what you were thinking about him?
Objection argumentative.
Overruled. You can answer.
Yeah, you're funny. Appreciate you.
Can you ask the question again,
She did her own. I had Leah send her own swear jar.
please?
That was kind of a wordy question. So, you thought Chad Daybell is telling me about my past. He can probably predict the future, too.
Yeah.
Because he was writing books about the end of the world. He was telling people who they were in prior lives, great people, not losers, and that gave you a feeling of, I'm somebody, right?
Yes.
Sure. What is your point? We've done a lot of foundation on this one topic. It was just like, you got to get to the point, please.
Why did you move to Missouri?
As a matter of prayer, I just personally felt to.
Is that because Jesus is supposed to come to Missouri?
It wasn't for that reason. I was just praying and following the Spirit for my life.
Do you believe that Jesus, when he comes to earth again, is going to come to Missouri?
Objection. Her beliefs are irrelevant.
That's sustained. You don't need to answer that question.
Did Chad tell you that? That Jesus is going to come to Missouri?
That is a belief.
That's from Lori. I can hear it because it sounds like Lori wrote out. So Lori's pissed because she thinks everybody in her group turned on her. She thinks she's correct in whatever world she lives in. And so what's happening right now is I can hear Lori working through the defense. I can hear it because she would have gone in there and said, well, Audrey thinks that Jesus is going to come through Missouri, so that's her. So I can hear the condescending Lori speaking through the lawyer.
Of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
That Jesus is going to come to Missouri when he comes back to earth. He's not going to come to Jerusalem. He's going to come to Missouri. That's what Chad told you, and that's what you believe.
Objection. Again, her beliefs are irrelevant.
Sustained. Don't answer that question.
Now, when you talk about going to Missouri to see...
Oh, thank you, Monica. I have to read what you said, though. I missed it. Buy the champagne. Love it.
Church historical sites. What do you mean by that?
Can I just say that one thing? There's not one indication that Jesus is going to appear in one spot. So let's just get that out the way.
Like places that the pioneers had been in Missouri.
And the pioneers, you're talking about who?
The pioneers of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Those are people who lived in the 1840s.
Yes.
They were kicked out of the state of Missouri. Is that right?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Those are facts, not in evidence.
Sustained.
So which church historical sites did you visit?
So this guy, I think someone said in the chat, he's LDS. I don't know, but it kind of sounds like he's trying to debate LDS lore and religion, or our church history. Let's call it that, the LDS church history. So I think it sounds like he's trying to make her sound like she's believed out of scope, but that's, I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to
Adam Mondayaman, and they went to Liberty Jail, and I don't know if they went to any others.
So what does Adam Ondai Aman mean?
It means a place where Adam lived.
Adam, as in Adam and Eve of
Yes.
the Old Testament. He lived in Missouri in a place called Adam Ondai Aman.
Yes.
All right. And then you went to, you say, you went to the temple in Missouri with Lori and Melanie Bedreau. Which temple is that?
The Kansas City Temple.
Okay. And then you went to Liberty Jail. What are you talking about when you say that?
Liberty Jail is a place where Joseph Smith was in jail.
And why is that significant?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Well, it came up indirect, so I'll overrule that for now, but it does need to go towards the relevant point, Mr. Archibald.
Is anybody having any glitching issues? Yeah, I saw that. It's blinking, it's pausing. I'm seeing some issues with the stream on my side. I don't know if you guys are getting those issues as well. So I just wanted to check in. Because I'm seeing like weird glitches and stopping and like blinking and stuff like that. So just let me know if it's an issue. What we'll probably do is if we end up doing another video, we'll end this stream and then make a new stream. And we'll stay here. I'll just end this one and then hop on with you guys. Okay, so you guys are having issues too. I have no idea why. Man, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and the bar's also being weird, huh? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure why it's doing that.
You said you went there for a church historical site. That's a place where Joseph Smith was in jail while being punished by the people in Missouri. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I thought it was just me too. Man, it's like they don't want us to watch this freaking thing, man. They don't want us to see what happens in this. I hope it just stays good. I've been noticing it I see it on my phone. I see that there's a lot of issues with it. So, as long as you guys can hear it, hopefully it won't keep doing that.
And then in October of 2019, when you're in Missouri, you were with them when they did another casting. This time not with Charles, but with Tammy, right?
Yes.
And so this casting in this hotel room, you and two other ladies, what do? You say you prayed to Jesus. Was there other prayers to Jesus to get rid of evil spirits in Tammy?
I guess I don't know what you mean. I said a prayer to Heavenly Father, and saying that I didn't know what was going on or if there was something.
Okay.
But that He would help.
You wanted to help Tammy.
Yes.
And you believed that saying a prayer to Heavenly Father would help Tammy get rid of her evil spirit.
That if there was something going on that God knew, and asking for Him to help, if there was something.
Okay. And so were you and Lori and Melanie holding hands similar to what you did in the Utah hotel for Charles?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
She said that earlier that they're in the car and they went on it and she was clear about that.
Now, sometime during this summer of 2019, you also heard the term zombies. Had you ever heard that before, other than in scary movies?
No.
And did that term come from Chad Daybell?
I don't know who it came from. At the time, it seemed like it came from her.
Okay. And did Lori say this is something that Chad has taught?
I don't remember her saying that.
And how about the light or the dark scale? Had you heard of that before?
No.
And is that something that came from Chad Daybell?
Yes.
And that was his way of predicting if you're good or if you're bad. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that also a way of predicting if you're going to live or die?
No.
Okay, it was just good or bad.
Yes.
Right. And what was your score?
I don't remember.
Was it a good score?
Yes. It's like good. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chad Daybell said you have a good score.
Yes.
But you don't remember the number, but you remember thinking, oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
So all of these times that you were doing castings for Charles and then Tammy, did you ever think, someone is in danger, I better call the cops?
No, not until at the end when I dissolved the friendship and I felt like I could be in danger.
So you dissolved the friendship when?
When I left Idaho.
Okay. So you'd been to Utah with them, Arizona, Missouri, Hawaii. During those 4 states, hanging out on the beach, going to seminars, you didn't feel like this is weird. You were okay with it.
Hanging out on the beach?
Didn't you guys go to the beach in Hawaii?
Yes. I didn't think that was weird, hanging out at the beach.
Well, yeah. They were friends. You were having fun with your friends on the beach in Hawaii, right?
Yes, but it was uncomfortable because they were talking all the time about zombies and about Melanie's kids.
And so you felt so uncomfortable around them after Hawaii that instead of going home to Missouri, you went to Idaho with them.
I wanted to go home to Missouri.
But they made you buy a ticket to Idaho instead of Missouri.
No.
Okay.
But I have a big heart.
No.
And I didn't want Melanie to be alone because she said she was going through a hard time.
Because you were a friend. You were a friend to Melanie Bedreau, right?
I had only met her briefly before that. Like, the first time I met her was when she came to Missouri. But as I said,
Yeah.
I have a big heart and try to help those around me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of people who do have big hearts, I can't really speak to it because this zombie thing and the kids, I just don't know enough about her yet to really say anything. But to be discussing Melanie's kids the entire time while you're on the freaking beach in Hawaii, talking about them being dark and all that stuff the entire time, you got to know when a big heart is. It doesn't. You can't just have a big heart and let everything slide over. That's the biggest thing.
And that's what a friend does. Is you wanted to help your friends, right?
Until I didn't think they were friends.
Yeah. And that's why you went to the Rexburg Temple in Idaho with Chad and Lori and Melanie. It's because they were your friends, right?
They asked me if I wanted to go anywhere, and I said I wanted to go to the temple.
And the temple is a place where you can worship God.
Yes.
And be with your friends.
To serve others.
Yeah. And that's why you went to the temple with them, right?
The temple is a place of peace.
Yeah. And so when you went to the temple with Chad and Lori and Melanie, that could have been why they went to the temple too, right?
It could have been.
Man, what the hell?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that'll
That went
conclude the
nowhere.
cross-examination then. Ms. Rawlings, would you like to conduct redirect?
Yes, briefly, Your Honor.
Audrey, I want to clarify some things. I think counsel asked you if you were in 5 states with Chad and Lori. Chad wasn't with you in Hawaii, right?
That's correct.
And he wasn't there in Missouri.
No, he was not.
Okay. And so when you were participating in these castings or these circles or however we want to describe them, whose hotel rooms were they taking place in?
Theirs.
And when you say theirs,
Lori's.
so it was Lori's.
Yes.
And she was the one who talked to you about that, right?
Yes.
And she's the one who told you the person that the casting needed to be done on, right?
Yes.
She organized.
Well, welcome to the Warriors, baby. Yeah, I'm confused too with that whole trip, because how did I not ever hear about her? Like, how come I've never heard of her and she was on all of these places? That's insane. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard her name.
It.
Yes.
She picked the target.
Yes.
Now, the one on Charles in Utah, I think I asked you if you heard that he died later. Is that right?
Yes.
He was killed.
Yes.
And then there was one casting conducted on Tammy, right?
Yes.
And then she died.
Yes.
Okay. And I think,
Well, I mean, they were working on their own doing those things.
yeah. I think defense counsel kind of asked you about this friendship and why you terminated it, and you said that you were scared or in fear. Why was that?
Because of a conversation.
And who was the conversation with?
Lori.
Did she make threats to you?
She did.
What did she say? What threats did she make to you?
Your Honor, I think this is outside.
She
the
threatened to
scope
kill
of
me.
arrest. I'd object.
Hold on just a minute. It came up on cross-examination.
I'm sorry, what?
So it's within the scope of cross and proper redirect.
What?
Ms. Rollins, you can re-ask the question.
What's the time and place of this conversation?
And I think, Audrey, you indicated this was when defense counsel asked you why you ended the friendship, and that was in what month?
Whole
In
body
October
goosebumps,
2019.
bro.
Okay.
Yes, I had already made plans to leave because I had prayed about it and felt like I needed to leave and end the friendship. And I was leaving early the next morning. And Lori and I were the only ones in her place at the time. And I told her that I was going to go upstairs and pack my bag and just go to bed early because I didn't want to spend more time with her. And as I went to go and do that, I asked her the question, is there anything weird going on that I don't know about? And she said, no. What do you mean? And I said, I don't know anything. And she said, no. So I took her to word because I'm a trusting person. And as soon as I turned to start to go up the stairs, she started laughing, the kind of laugh as if you're laughing at someone or think something's hilarious. And she said to me, you're so naive and too trusting. You're like a little child. You'll believe anything anyone would tell you. And she said, you think the world is all unicorns and rainbows. And you go around helping people and serving them. Well, I've got news for you. Not everyone's a good person. And not everyone can afford to be so nice and kind. And then she said that
So I want to just focus on what threats she made to you.
she threatened to kill me.
Okay. Did she say how?
Yes. She said that she would cut me up. And something about that she wasn't in the mental place to do that, but that she would get herself in that place to be able to do it.
What the fuck is going on right now? What? I don't even know. I had goosebumps and then felt that in my stomach. She said, so she turns around, Lori starts laughing at the bottom of the stairs, says, "You're so naive. You'd believe anybody. You serve people, blah, blah, blah." Basically gives an evil, like a literal movie's evil villain, and then said that she would cut her up and that she's not there mentally, but she'd get herself there.
But that she didn't want to have to because it'd be so messy and there'd be so much blood. And the bleach and something about trash bags. And that she would bury me where no one would ever find me.
Okay.
Lori's sitting right there. Oh yeah, no. Don't ever feel bad for Lori. Right now. Don't ever feel bad for this woman. Don't ever feel bad for Lori. She's disgusting. Disgusting human being.
I don't think I have any other questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Rawlings.
Every question.
You may,
believe
Mr.
her.
Archibald.
I believe that my mom said that to her. Yeah, that's my other question.
So this diabolical conversation that you're having
Here comes this guy.
with Lori in October of 2019, was this in Idaho?
Yes.
You'd been with her previously in October of 2019 in Missouri, right?
Yes.
You'd been with Lori previously in October of 2019 in Hawaii, right?
Yes.
And then you followed Lori from Hawaii to Idaho in October of 2019, right?
Yes.
And then you decide it's time to
The
go.
reason that shit hit me so hard is because, like, that's how I've dreamed her before. Like, I know you guys are gonna think I sound crazy, but I've dreamed Lori as this, like, laughing, mocking, so proud of what she's done person. And yeah, I feel like regardless, look, it's hard to say because that just sounds so specific and also tied to exactly what happened. But at the same time, I could understand Lori saying that, but the dreams, that's the thing. And I understand dreams are dreams, but every time I've dreamed Lori, I mean it. I've had, like, she's laughing, she's diabolical, she's mocking, she's like, she thinks it's so funny, and I'm always screaming at her, and yeah, it's crazy, but that's just crazy. The way she explained it is exactly how I have dreamed her over the last, 5-6 years, whatever it's almost been.
Home to Missouri.
I'm sorry. I didn't follow her. I did not follow Lori.
Okay. You just happened to go from one state where you were vacationing with her to her place where she lived. But you're saying that's not follow.
Objection, argumentative.
Love you too.
Sustained.
So this conversation in Idaho is before you go to the temple or after you go to the temple?
After.
And so you're saying she starts laughing and talks about unicorns and rainbows and that she would cut me up and put me in trash bags.
Something. Yeah, she mentioned trash bags.
Why?
Objection calls for speculation.
Overruled.
Did she ever say, I killed my kids and I'm going to kill you too?
Objection beyond the scope.
Overruled.
No, I knew nothing about her children.
Right. Did she say, I killed Charles and I'll kill you too?
She didn't talk about Charles.
Nothing like that, right?
She brought up being at the scene, watching someone take their last breaths.
And you have previously testified
I
under
knew it. I knew it. Thank you, Davis.
oath, swearing an oath that you'll tell the truth. You have previously testified at a grand jury hearing. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember taking an oath to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And do you remember your testimony that you did not say anything like this?
I was scared, and she had said that if you ever tell anyone, I'll come and find you in the dark of night.
So you now want the jury to believe that even though you previously testified under oath and nothing of this sort was talked about, that you come here today and say you are so scared, that's why you didn't previously testify about it.
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
It's overruled.
What was your question?
You want the jury to believe that you just didn't make this last crap up,
I did not make it up.
but you acknowledge that you did not say this when you previously testified in support of probable cause, right?
Yes. Chad
Okay,
and Lori.
thank you.
Your Honor, can I just ask one follow-up question?
No, Ms. Rawlings, that's
All right, that's the end of that. Chrissy says, I believe her. It was probably a similar laugh to the one in your recorded call. That's the first thing I thought too, is that. All right, guys, we're going to do a quick vote. What we'll do from now on probably is we'll end one stream and keep it to one thing, because I know we missed most of, you guys probably who didn't see yesterday's video didn't even get to see the beginning of this video. So what we'll do is we'll start just ending streams and starting new ones. So before we start a new stream, I'd like to know what you guys would like to go through next. Like I said, I know I was looking at Tammy's sister also. We haven't listened to her. I was going through that playlist. There's a little bit more. Let me make this dark so I can see your chats. Yeah, I've never heard any of this stuff, bro. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. Because that was almost fuck. It's so hard to tell. Because that all of that stuff was exactly what they found in her house. It's exactly what happened with the kids. Everything. And that's some crazy shit that Lori would say. And that's how she is in my dreams, but that's also my dreams. I can kind of decipher that from, I don't know. That's just crazy. I don't really know how to do it. I don't know how to really tell you guys what I think or feel. All right, is there anything else you guys want us to talk more about? Let's go to our community tab and read your guys' posts. So we've got, this is what you guys have been telling me you want to do. So I've seen, look, this is the Audrey. This is what you guys just did. I can't see your guys' chats now. Audrey's, Sherry Zulema's police interview, Charles's body cams. We got to pick one. A lot of you guys wanted to do Audrey's. That is insane, bro. Like, that just made me sick. Some of you guys want to do the jurors interviews. What do you think? Then we'll pop back in and do another stream. But I'd like to end this one off. What do you guys think? Start dropping them in the chat here before we do another one. Yeah, you guys, a lot of people said Audrey's. I had never heard hers. We never listened to Lori's closing statements. So, yeah, I went through your guys' stuff. I know you also wanted Heather Daybell's as well. And then, yeah, we have Tammy's brother-in-law, Tammy's sister for Chad's trials before we end. So we're going to listen to both of those. Jurors. Yeah, there's a lot more on here we can do. So why don't you guys throw in the chat what you guys want. I'll go through it as well, and then we will start up a new stream. I'll let you guys know on the community tab with a little bit of time, so it's not just instant, but be looking for another live. I do appreciate you guys and love you. That was weird. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I don't know what to think. That was something else. I really don't know. I really don't know. All right, I'll be back with you guys soon. Love you. Appreciate you.